Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Final Fantasy Wave X's video unit review. Apologies for any coughing or sniffling. I am in the middle of the cold that I'm having, so I actually have an excuse this time other than allergies. Anyways, Carl is a hybrid. We kind of know how those are gonna go. So his S-Timmer would literally only be good for him and maybe other units like equip katanas that would use Blizzaja, I think. Because it doesn't seem like it's restricted to anyone as long as you have the spell. So it gives a lot of modifier buffs to that spell. Okay. 300% TDH, 250% magic TDH. I don't know why they did that. I made sure to look through the passives and they shorted him 50% magic TDH for some reason. 500% chain cap, 250% little burst damage. That's pretty good though. So all you really want to have is one unit STMR or whatever else you may have, and it's good. I think his vision card also gives little burst damage, so maybe not. I think 1,000 flat attack and magic at max level for free. Pretty good. 200% machine, 100% beast, insect, and dragon killers. Okay. 750 times. I don't know if this is actually correct, but I think I added up correctly. It seems okay. Nothing super amazing at this point, but you could quadcast it, I think, if you use his SLB. So he's gonna be a lot slower than other units that can do stuff like this. Like Rubicante, for example, he doesn't have to wait until his SLB. He doesn't have an SLB, but he doesn't have to wait a super long time to quadcast Flare. So his LB 120%. Ice and Peril, 1,300 times hybrid asterisk damage, 2 hits. I'm gonna be talking about the asterisk part in a minute or so. So hang on to that. And it's 2 hits, so that's quite decent at least. SLB 130% Ice and Peril, 1,950 times hybrid asterisk damage, 2 hits. On top of that, it allows him to do the quad cast thing that we mentioned. And his SLB is true damage, so it will go through all mitigations similar to evoke finishers and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty good. You need 50% more TDH. Oh, the vision card. Yeah, the vision card gives 100% a TDH and magic TDH, so you'd still need 50% more. And a high red on the JP version, but I would say that that modifier is pretty high, even if it is a hybrid. So with 300% little burst damage, if you have a higher Ice and Peril than what he can provide, that's actually a lot of damage. And especially since it's 2 hits, it'll be very high damage. Of course, since he's a SLB, you gotta invest into his EX3 to do the maximum amount of damage because he has the EX2 and EX3 buff stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him 8.5 because I think he has a lot of potential. Considering he's a hybrid unit, I think that's pretty high of a score. If you're new to my videos, 7 out of 10 is like the baseline score for like an average unit, and then I'll go up and down based on how good I think that they will be. What do they have? Are they missing some things? Are they having some things that other units don't have? Are they doing something interesting or unique that other units don't do? That will increase their score. I will say that no one has really gone down below 7 since the 7-star era, so maybe I need to be starting scrutinizing a little bit better, huh? So 8.5 for Carl. Ishe. The STMR is pretty interesting because for all 3 of the banner units, they get 500 flat attack and magic. Okay, I guess one of the units there, Elmateil, won't really care about that, but I don't know why they included that because I don't know. But anyways, 150% machine killer for all allies, decent. 130% ice and fire and peril on demand, on regular ability. I just wanted to mention that. 150% dragon, insect, and machine killer passive, 500% cap. And the LB is weaker than the SLB, which we'll just talk about the SLB here. 85% attack magic break, 87% defense and spirit break, 35% spirit and peril, so that's decent. It's sad that you gotta go that far to get a spirit and peril that high because Realm has a 35% Rod Imperial and a cooldown as a 7-star. So 145% Ice Imperial, 210 times Ice physical damage, stuff 27 hits. Okay. Only 100% TDH from what I saw. Only 75% little burst damage. That part, when I see the 75% little burst damage, I can already say that this is Ice Edge. Pretty much everything is copy pasted except for the TDH part. So I'm gonna go 7.5 because no uniqueness really, other than the machine killer buff. Just really bland. Copy and paste. This is what you get when you copy and paste stuff. It's bland. It's just Ice Edge. You guys, when Edge comes to the global version, you'll start understanding how they're copy and pasting everything. So that being said, 7.5 for Ishe. Here's the one I think has the most potential of the three, because I think this is going to change the game. First of all, the STMR is very good because, well, only for healers, but imagine equipping this on Kresnik. So, 3 single target killers, 150% for human, dragon, and insect. I mean, the human is not that interesting, but, and also I guess the dragon, but the insect is good. That's pretty good though. So if you didn't have Clam and Axstar, if you don't have Reagan and Lastwell, then you could use this and use Zon for that, but that's not the best part. Here's the best part. 250% plant, stone, or machine killer buffs for one ally on a normal ability. They're all separate, of course. They're not all the same, but I can't, it would take too much room. But already you can tell who one person, when it comes to global, when she comes to global, one person is going to benefit a lot from this 250% targeted one ally killer. That's really high. At EX2, which is also really interesting, I don't really like talking about EX buffs all that much, but this one's actually worth mentioning. EX2, 100% killers for all allies. So all races, 100%. Pretty good at the start of battle. Ice Imbue, and also 35% Ice Amp, pretty unique. Has Cast Wave and Bolting Strike chaining for some sports, nothing crazy or anything, it's just worth mentioning because you might need some chaining on the side. Has some healing capabilities like a usual healer should have. LB is just a slightly weaker version of the SLB, which is 300% attack and magic, 250% little burst damage buff, 150% machine stone killer and plant killer, and 100% HP auto revive for all allies. Of course, all those are for all allies. I would say the best part about her is the 250% killers. That's going to change the game for sure. I mean, it's only three races, and I'm sure they're going to make another one soon, but that's quite good. She will definitely be a must-have when it comes to goal because of Mastermind's on. On JP, we don't have anyone who can do stuff like that, so on global, I think she's going to be a must-have. So there really isn't any cons because she's pretty good. For now, just you would use the 250% killer buff on your finisher. You can I don't know if you can dual cast the same ability. I would have to test that because I'm going to be trying to pull for her, so maybe I can test that. The X3 is not needed because her abilities are just better. The SLB could have been better. It's okay. It's an okay SLB, but it's not thing you don't really need to go EX3 for. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a 9 out of 10. I think she's the best out of the banner for sure. But don't go away just yet because we're talking about one more unit here. Something finally in Neo Vision Awakening, right? Neo Vision Awakening Cid. He's finally getting a Neo Vision Awakening. In his base form, 100 times mod buff for Spine Shatter Dive 0+. I noticed, by the way, that Cid never got his enhancements on the global version, unless I'm mistaken. I looked at the global wiki page for him and he didn't get any enhancements, so hopefully that will change when this guy comes out on the global version. In the Brave Shift form, 200 times max mod jump, using 2 abilities in his Brave Shift little burst, of course. And if you get him to EX3 or EX2, I mean, you'd be able to use his LB on the first turn. And he's locked to win element, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. The LB is quite good on the Brave Shift version, Brave Shift side. 40% wind amp, 300% attack buff, and 200% beast killer buff on top of that mod buff that I mentioned. 400% TDH, 500% cap, 700% jump damage passive, and also 100% dragon, aquatic beast, and avian killers. Notice I didn't really talk about the base form too much because it's really not that good. So no infinite turns. Really sad. You gotta spend your turns quickly. His base form really sucks. It didn't give him anything really. No more TDH and no 500% and no 600% cap, anything like that. So his base form is really bad, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. He's actually comparable to Cid, not Cid. He's comparable to himself. No, he's comparable to Kane. I think his modifier is like 10 times less or something, or no, it's actually 30 times less. But I mean, that's pretty good for a Neo Vision Awakening to be almost as powerful as Kane. In terms of modifiers, I'm not sure in terms of everything else. I saw someone had an EX3 of him, and he could get 6,000 attack, so that's pretty decent. I wish that his S-Teamer got upgraded, but it did not, to my knowledge. So that's really unfortunate, because his S-Teamer is not really that good. I wish it would have gotten upgraded in a Chronicle battle. That sucks. It is what it is. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Who's your favorite? I think I can already tell who might be the favorite coming to Global. Anyways, tune in for the pulls later. Peace.